Have you ever found yourself in that in-between stage where everything feels like a relationship, but the talk hasn't happened yet? You spend your nights together. He's the first person you text in the morning and has already met your best friends. Yet, you're still hesitant to call him your boyfriend. This gray area can be one of the most anxiety-inducing phases of modern dating. You're constantly scanning for clues, overanalyzing every heart emoji, and wondering if you're just a situationship or if he's actually falling for you. But here is the secret that most women miss. Men often commit emotionally and behaviorally long before they commit verbally. In the world of male psychology, actions aren't just louder than words. They're the only words that truly matter. If a man is consistently showing up in your life, protecting your peace, and integrating you into his future, he has already made his choice. He isn't testing the waters anymore. He's claimed his spot by your side. The formal label is often just a lagging indicator of a reality that has already been established through months of consistent effort. We live in an era where labels can feel heavy or intimidating, leading many men to retreat into silence even when their hearts are fully invested. However, a man who is truly yours cannot hide it. His subconscious instincts, from the way he remembers the tiniest details about your day to the way he naturally shifts his language from I to will always betray his true intentions. In this guide, we are going to strip away the confusion and look at the 15 subtle psychological signs that he is already yours. We aren't looking for grand, cinematic gestures that anyone can fake for a night. Instead, we are looking for the quiet commitment, the small, everyday habits that prove he has moved you out of the dating pool and into the center of his universe. We will explore how his hero instinct triggers a protective shield around you, why his digital transparency is the ultimate green flag in 2026, and how the disappearance of your dating anxiety is the final proof that you've already won his heart. By the end of this video, you won't need to wonder where you stand. You will be able to look at his behavior with total clarity and realize that even without the official title, he is already yours, and he isn't going anywhere. Let's dive into the signs that prove he's fully committed, even if he hasn't said the words yet. 1. Consistent presence. The most undeniable sign that a man is already yours, regardless of a formal title, is the unwavering consistency of his presence in your life. In the modern dating landscape, where ghosting and breadcrumbing have become the norm, a man who makes himself a permanent fixture in your daily routine is making a loud statement. This isn't just about him sending a casual text when he's bored. It's about the deliberate integration of his life with yours. He becomes the first person you hear from in the morning and the last person you speak to at night. This rhythm creates a psychological safety net where you no longer wonder if he will call or when you will see him again. When a man is truly yours, his availability is not a guessing game. He treats time spent with you as a priority rather than an afterthought. You begin to notice that he schedules his life around yours, ensuring that even during his busiest weeks, he finds a window to connect. This consistency signals that he has mentally moved past the evaluation phase of dating and has entered a stage of committed companionship. He isn't worried about playing hard to get or maintaining a sense of mystery to keep you interested. Instead, he values the stability of what you share. This level of presence also manifests in how he handles boring time. He doesn't just show up for the high-energy dates or the Saturday night parties. He is there for the grocery runs, the quiet study sessions, or just sitting in silence while you both work on separate tasks. This parallel play is a hallmark of a long-term partnership. By being consistently present, he is showing you that his world feels more complete when you are in it, effectively giving you the partner label through his actions long before his lips ever utter the words. 2. The inner circle entry. When a man begins to pull back the curtain on his private life and introduces you to his inner circle, he is silently claiming you as his own. Men are traditionally protective of their social hierarchies. Bringing a woman into the fold of his closest friends and family is a high-stakes move that signals serious intent. It means he is no longer viewing you as a temporary guest in his life, but as a potential permanent member. By introducing you to the people whose opinions he values most, he is essentially seeking their vetting and simultaneously showing you off as a significant part of his world. The inner circle entry isn't just a casual introduction. It's an integration. You'll notice that he starts bringing you to guys' nights that have transitioned into couples hangouts, or he insists you attend a sibling's birthday or close friend's wedding. He wants to see how you fit into the existing puzzle of his life. If it's already yours, his friends will likely treat you with a level of respect and familiarity that suggests he has been talking about you behind closed doors. They aren't treating you like this week's date. They are treating you like the woman who has finally captured his attention. Furthermore, this sign is deeply rooted in his desire for a shared future. By merging your social lives, he is making it much harder to untangle the relationship later on, which is a subconscious sign of commitment. He wants his mom to like you, his best friend to trust you, and his co-workers to know your name. When he stops keeping his social spheres separate and starts creating a unified world where you are the centerpiece, the label becomes a mere technicality. He has already integrated you into the most sacred parts of his identity. 3. Future tense language. The way a man speaks about the future provides a direct window into his subconscious intentions. One of the most subtle yet powerful signs that he is already yours is the shift from I and me to we and us. When he starts discussing events that are months or even years away, such as a concert in the summer, a holiday trip, or a friend's upcoming wedding, and naturally assumes you will be by his side, he has already decided that you are a permanent fixture. This linguistic shift happens almost involuntarily when a man feels a deep sense of belonging with a partner. Future tense language removes the if and replaces it with when. Instead of saying, I might go to that beach house in July, he says, we should definitely check out that beach house this summer. This indicates that in his mind, there is no version of the future where you aren't present. He begins to consult you on long-term decisions, such as career moves, apartment leases, or even big purchases, because he knows those decisions will eventually impact you too. He is building a mental architecture of a life shared with you, and he is doing it without the pressure of a formal conversation. This sign is particularly significant because it shows he is comfortable with the idea of long-term accountability. He isn't afraid of making plans far in advance because he isn't looking for an exit strategy. When a man is yours, he stops living in the right now of the dating phase and starts investing in the forever of a relationship. This projection of a shared future serves as a psychological anchor, grounding the relationship in a sense of permanence that outshines any official title or social media status update. 4. Protective instincts. Deeply rooted in male psychology is the provider and protector drive, often referred to in modern dating as the hero instinct. When a man is already yours, this instinct kicks into high gear, often in very subtle, everyday ways. It's not about fighting off villains. It's about his hyper-awareness of your well-being. He's the one who walks on the street side of the sidewalk, checks your car's oil, or makes sure you've reached home safely after a night out. These actions are biological signals that he views you as his primary person, someone whose safety and comfort are his direct responsibility. This protectiveness also extends to your emotional state. If he notices someone being rude to you, he's the first to step in or offer support. If you're stressed at work, he tries to alleviate your burden by taking care of chores or bringing you dinner. He becomes a shield between you and the stresses of the world. This behavior stems from a place of deep attachment. He isn't doing it to be alpha, he's doing it because your pain or discomfort feels like his own. When a man adopts this role, he has moved far beyond the casual dating stage. Moreover, his protective nature shows up in how he handles conflict. He protects the relationship itself. Instead of letting an argument tear you apart, he seeks to resolve it because he can't stand the thought of you being upset with him. He prioritizes your peace of mind over his ego. This protective umbrella he creates around you is a clear indicator that he has claimed you in his heart. He acts as your guardian, your teammate, and your safest harbor, demonstrating a level of devotion that usually only comes with a lifelong commitment. 5. Prioritizing your comfort. A man who is already yours will consistently sacrifice his own convenience to ensure your comfort. This is the hallmark of a high-investment partner. In the early stages of dating, people often try to impress each other. But once a man feels that you are his focus shifts toward your genuine happiness and ease. Whether it's driving across town to pick up your favorite takeout, giving you the last bite of his meal, or sitting through a movie he has zero interest in just because you love it. These small acts of service are his way of saying you come first. Prioritizing comfort also means he creates a space where you can be your most authentic, unpolished self. He notices the small things that make you feel at home: the temperature of the room, your favorite snack in his fridge, or a charger waiting for you by the bed. He anticipates your needs before you even voice them. This level of attunement only happens when a man is deeply focused on one woman. He isn't just trying to get the girl. He is trying to keep the girl by making her life better, easier, and more comfortable every single day. Finally, this sign is about the cost of his actions. When a man is truly yours, he doesn't keep a tally of what he does for you. He doesn't feel like he's losing by compromising on where to eat or which holiday party to attend. To him, your satisfaction is his reward. This selflessness is the ultimate unspoken label. By making your comfort his priority, he is proving that your needs are intertwined with his own. He isn't just a guy you are seeing. He is a man who has dedicated his energy to being your greatest support system. 6. Detailed memory. One of the most profound indicators that a man has psychologically claimed you is the level of detail he retains about your life. In a world full of distractions, attention is the ultimate currency of affection. When a man is already yours, his brain naturally prioritizes information regarding your likes, dislikes, past stories, and future anxieties. You might find him bringing up a specific childhood memory you mentioned once in passing months ago, or surprising you with a snack you briefly noted as a favorite during a grocery run. This isn't just about having a good memory. It is a subconscious manifestation of how much space you occupy in his mental landscape. This detailed memory often focuses on your emotional triggers and preferences. He remembers how you like your coffee, which side of the bed you prefer, and the names of colleagues you vented about weeks ago. By tracking these small data points, he is building a comprehensive map of your world. This allows him to navigate the relationship with a precision that a casual date simply cannot match. It shows that when you speak, he isn't just waiting for his turn to talk. He is actively listening and archiving your words because they matter to him. Furthermore, this sign demonstrates a high level of cognitive investment. He uses this stored information to make your life easier or to make you feel seen and understood. When he anticipates a need based on a previous conversation, like bringing you an umbrella because you mentioned a scheduled outdoor meeting, he is proving that his mind is constantly working to support you. This active archiving of your life is a silent vow of devotion. He has essentially become a vault for your experiences, proving that you are not just a temporary interest, but a permanent fixture in his consciousness. 7. Emotional vulnerability. For many men, emotional vulnerability is the final frontier of intimacy. If a man has begun to lower his guard and share his deeper fears, insecurities, and past failures with you, he has effectively handed you the keys to his inner world. This shift happens when he feels a level of trust and belonging that transcends the need for a label. He no longer feels the pressure to maintain a perfect or stoic facade. Instead, he sees you as a safe harbor where he can decompress and be his most authentic, unfiltered self. This vulnerability often shows up in the late-night talks or quiet moments where he discusses his career pressures or family dynamics. He isn't just sharing facts. He is sharing the feelings behind those facts. When he admits he is struggling or asks for your emotional support, he is acknowledging that your opinion and presence have the power to influence his well-being. This creates a deep, invisible bond that is much stronger than any verbal commitment. He is essentially saying that he trusts you with his most fragile parts, which is a state men usually reserve only for a life partner. By being vulnerable, he is also inviting you to be the same. He creates an emotional feedback loop where honesty becomes the foundation of your connection. You become the person he turns to when things go wrong, and the first person he wants to tell when things go right. This emotional integration is a clear sign that he has already committed his heart to you. He has moved past the surface-level attraction and into the realm of deep emotional partnership, where the label is simply a formality for a bond that already exists in its fullest form. 8. Digital transparency. In the digital age, how a man handles his phone and social media around you is a massive indicator of his commitment level. Digital transparency doesn't necessarily mean he gives you his passwords, but rather that he has nothing to hide. When a man is already yours, his phone is no longer a source of anxiety. He leaves it face up on the table. He doesn't jump when a notification pops up, and he might even ask you to reply to a text or check a map for him while he's driving. This lack of digital defensiveness signals that his life is an open book for you. This transparency extends to his social media presence as well. Even if he isn't the type to post couple photos, you will notice that you are a consistent part of his digital narrative. You appear in his stories, he tags you in memes, and he interacts with your content publicly. He isn't trying to maintain a single image online to keep his options open. By being digitally transparent, he is signaling to the world, and to you, that he is off the market. He has cleared the digital clutter to make room for a singular focus on the relationship you share. Moreover, this behavior fosters a deep sense of trust. When there is no shady phone behavior, the dating anxiety that plagues many modern relationships vanishes. You don't have to wonder who he is talking to or if he is hiding a secret life. His digital actions align perfectly with his physical ones, creating a cohesive and honest picture of his devotion. This level of openness is a high-level commitment marker. He has integrated you so thoroughly into his life that there are no private zones left where you aren't welcome, proving he is already yours. 9. The hero trigger. The hero instinct is a psychological term for a man's innate desire to feel needed and appreciated by the woman he cares about. When a man is already yours, he actively looks for ways to be your hero, even in the most mundane tasks. He wants to be the one you call when your laptop crashes, when you need something heavy moved, or when you need a second opinion on a difficult situation. He derives a sense of purpose and satisfaction from being your primary problem solver. This isn't about him thinking you are incapable. It's about him wanting to be your greatest asset. You'll notice that he doesn't just offer help. He insists on it. He takes pride in knowing how to fix things for you or how to make your day run more smoothly. When he successfully helps you and you show appreciation, it reinforces his emotional bond to you. He begins to see himself as your teammate and protector. This instinct is a biological drive that, once triggered, makes a man feel a deep sense of loyalty and ownership in the most positive sense. He feels responsible for your happiness and success. This sign is especially powerful because it creates a functional dependency that mirrors a long-term marriage or partnership. He becomes your go-to person. Whether it's a flat tire or a bad day at the office, he is the first person you think of because he has consistently proven that he will show up and deliver. By stepping into this role, he is building a life where you rely on him and he provides for you, creating a symbiotic relationship that doesn't need a label to be valid. He is already acting as your partner in every practical sense of the word. 10. Public consistency. Public consistency is the ultimate test of a man's true feelings. It's one thing for a man to be affectionate and attentive behind closed doors, but it's another thing entirely for him to maintain that same energy when the world is watching. If he is already yours, his behavior doesn't change based on his surroundings. He is comfortable holding your hand, putting an arm around you, or treating you with obvious specialness in front of strangers, colleagues, or acquaintances. He isn't worried about looking taken because, in his mind, he already is. This consistency also applies to how he speaks about you when you aren't around. You might hear from mutual friends that he talks about you constantly or that he defends you if someone brings up a critique. He is your biggest advocate in public spaces. He makes it clear through his body language and his words that you are a priority. There is no hot and cold behavior where he acts like a boyfriend in private but a cool friend in public. His devotion is a constant, visible truth that everyone around you can see and feel. Furthermore, public consistency eliminates the fear of breadcrumbing or being a secret. A man who is yours wants the world to know you are together, even if the formal label conversation hasn't happened yet. He takes pride in being seen with you. This public claiming of space is a major step in male psychology. It's his way of telling other potential suitors to stay away and telling you that he is proud to be by your side. When his public actions match his private promises, the relationship has reached a level of maturity where the label is just a formality. 11. Investment of time. When a man is already yours, The way he allocates his time shifts from casual spontaneity to deliberate investment. Time is the only resource that cannot be regained, and in a man's world, how he spends his free hours is the ultimate indicator of his true priorities. If he is consistently carving out significant portions of his week to be with you, even when he is exhausted, busy with work, or has other social obligations, he is signaling that you are his primary focus. This isn't just about the fun weekend dates. It is about the mundane Tuesday nights or the early morning coffee runs. He treats his time with you as a non-negotiable part of his schedule rather than a maybe if nothing better comes up. This investment also becomes apparent in the quality of the time spent. He isn't just physically present while scrolling through his phone. He is engaged, planning activities he knows you'll love, and actively participating in your world. You'll notice that he stops checking his calendar before saying yes to you. Instead, he checks with you before filling his calendar with other things. This reversal of priority is a massive psychological shift. It means he has moved you from the category of leisure to the category of life partner. Furthermore, he begins to invest time in things that matter to you, even if they don't naturally interest him. Whether it's helping you research a project, attending a boring work event as your plus one, or spending hours discussing your favorite hobby, he does it because he values the connection more than the activity itself. This time-giving creates a deep sense of security. You no longer feel like you are competing for his attention because he has already made it clear that his most valuable asset, his time, belongs to you. 12. Seeking your advice. A man's ego is often tied to his independence. So when he begins to consistently seek your advice and value your opinion on major life decisions, he is silently acknowledging that you are his partner. This goes beyond asking, "What should we have for dinner?" and enters the territory of career moves, financial investments, family conflicts, or personal growth goals. By bringing you into his decision-making process, he is showing that he trusts your judgment and, more importantly, that he considers how his choices will affect you and the future you share. When he asks, "What do you think I should do about this job offer?" or "How do you think I should handle this situation with my brother?" he is giving you a seat at the table of his life. He is no longer making I decisions. He is making we decisions. This level of consultation is a high form of respect. It shows that he views you as his intellectual equal and his most trusted confidant. He values your perspective enough to let it influence the trajectory of his life, which is something a man only does when he feels a deep, permanent connection to a woman. Moreover, he actually follows your advice. It's one thing to ask, but another to implement. When you see him taking your suggestions to heart and making changes based on your input, it proves that your influence in his life is real and substantial. This advice-seeking behavior creates a psychological bond where your lives become intellectually and strategically intertwined. He has already integrated your mind into his daily operations, proving that while there may not be an official label yet, he already views you as his primary consultant and life strategist. 13. Subtle physical claims. Physical touch in a casual relationship is often centered around passion or attraction. But when a man is already yours, his touch becomes possessive in a protective and comforting way. These are the subtle claims he makes in public and private that signal a deep sense of belonging. It's the hand on the small of your back as you walk through a doorway, the way he pulls you closer in a crowded room, or the casual resting of his hand on your knee while you're sitting with friends. These gestures are subconscious signals to the world, and to himself, that you are his person. These claims are rarely aggressive. Instead, they are grounded in a desire for constant connection. You'll notice a level of passive touch that wasn't there in the beginning. He might reach out to brush a stray hair from your face or hold your hand while driving without even thinking about it. These actions are driven by oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and they indicate that he feels a physical and emotional home in your presence. He isn't just attracted to you, he is attached to you. This distinction is vital because it shows he is no longer in the chase phase but has entered the maintenance phase of a committed bond. In public spaces, these subtle physical claims serve as a social barrier. Without being over the top, he makes it clear to anyone watching that there is an invisible thread between the two of you. He is comfortable being seen as with you, and he uses touch to reinforce that unity. This behavior stems from a place of pride and security. He isn't hiding his affection or playing it cool to look single. By physically claiming space with you, he is demonstrating a level of couplehood that makes a formal label feel like a redundant explanation for something that is already obvious to everyone. 14. Unspoken reliability. Reliability is the backbone of any serious relationship, and when a man is already yours, he becomes your most dependable ally. This unspoken reliability means you never have to wonder if he will show up, if he will keep his word, or if he will be there when things get difficult. He has moved past the stage of trying to impress and into the stage of being there. His actions are consistent, predictable, and grounded in a deep sense of responsibility toward you. If you're in a jam, he's the first person you call, not because you asked him to be that person, but because he has proven through his actions that he already is. This reliability shows up in the small things that build massive trust over time. He calls when he says he will. He remembers the errands he promised to run for you, and he follows through on the plans you've made weeks in advance. There is no flakiness or last-minute cancellations because he values your time and your peace of mind. He understands that his word is his bond, and he treats the promises he makes to you with the highest level of integrity. This consistency creates an environment where you can finally let your guard down and stop testing his commitment. Furthermore, this reliability is unspoken because it doesn't require a constant conversation or set of rules. He does it because he wants to, not because he has to. He has adopted the role of your partner in his mind, and a partner is someone you can count on. When a man becomes the person who always delivers, he is essentially telling you that he has committed to the long-term success of the relationship. He has traded the excitement of the unpredictable bad boy for the deep, lasting value of the reliable man, which is the ultimate sign of a man who is already yours. 15. The no-anxiety zone. The most telling sign that a man is already yours is the total disappearance of dating anxiety. In the early stages of a connection, there is often a sense of walking on eggshells, wondering if you're texting too much, or analyzing every small change in his tone. However, when a man has truly claimed you, that tension evaporates and is replaced by a profound sense of ease. You no longer feel the need to play the game because his actions are so consistent and his intentions are so clear that there is nothing left to decode. You feel safe, secure, and completely at home in the relationship. This no-anxiety zone is created by his transparency and his devotion. He doesn't leave you on read for hours to make you wait. He doesn't post cryptic things on social media, and he doesn't talk about other women in a way that makes you feel insecure. He makes his feelings known through 1,000 small daily actions. Because of this, you find yourself being your most authentic self, messy, loud, vulnerable, and real, without the fear that he will suddenly change his mind and leave. You know where you stand with him because he makes sure you never have to guess. This state of being is the ultimate goal of any relationship. It's the point where the label matters less than the reality. You are living a life of partnership, even without the formal title, because the emotional and psychological work of commitment has already been done. He has created a container of safety around the two of you where growth, laughter, and deep intimacy can flourish. When you realize that the anxiety is gone and has been replaced by calm, steady knowing, you have the final proof. He is already yours, and he has been for a long time.